The morning rush at Sunrise Bites food truck was intense. Maya Chen worked the window alone, taking orders, making coffee, and serving breakfast sandwiches as fast as her hands could move. At 27, she'd been running this food truck for 2 years, parked outside the financial district every weekday morning, serving executives and office workers. It was honest work, but exhausting. Wake up at 4 a.m. to prep, drive the truck downtown, work the breakfast rush, then the lunch rush, then clean up and drive home, all to barely cover the truck's lease payment and her tiny apartment's rent. Large black coffee, egg sandwich on wheat, Maya called out, handing an order through the window. The line stretched 15 people deep, everyone in business suits, everyone in a hurry, everyone looking at their phones instead of at her. Maya had gotten used to being invisible. Just the food truck girl. Nobody people really saw. Next, she called. A man in an expensive Navy suit stepped up to the window. Early 30s, handsome in that put together executive way, checking something on his phone while ordering cappuccino and a croissant. To go, Maya made the cappuccino, bagged the croissant, and slid it across the counter. That'll be $8.50. He handed her a $10 bill without looking up from his phone. Still typing with one hand, he took his coffee and pastry and started to walk away. Sir, your change. Keep it, he said over his shoulder, not even glancing back. Maya watched him go, feeling that familiar sting of being treated like part of the scenery. One more faceless executive who probably wouldn't remember her 2 seconds from now. She was wrong about that. The same man returned the next morning. Same time, same order. Cappuccino and croissant. Maya made his drink, handed it over. He paid, left the change, walked away without conversation. This became a pattern. Every weekday for 2 weeks. Same order, same routine, never making eye contact, always on his phone. Then one morning, he showed up looking different. Distracted, stressed. His suit was wrinkled slightly. His tie was loose. When Maya handed him his coffee, he actually looked at her for the first time. Thank you, he said, and their eyes met. Maya saw something in his expression. Exhaustion, stress, something cracking beneath the professional surface. Rough morning? He laughed, a tired sound. Rough year? Honestly, but thank you for asking. He walked away, and Maya thought that was the end of it. But the next morning, he spoke to her again. You're here every day, he said, while she made his cappuccino. 5 days a week. Same schedule. Running a food truck requires consistency, Maya said. Customers like reliability. I respect that. Not many people have that kind of discipline. What about you? Maya asked, surprising herself with her boldness. You're here every day, too. Same time, same order. Creature of habit, I guess. He paused. My name's Daniel. Daniel Morrison. Maya Chen. Nice to actually meet you instead of just making your coffee every morning. Something shifted after that conversation. Daniel started arriving a few minutes early when the line was shorter so he could actually talk to Maya. Just small talk at first. Weather, traffic, weekend plans. But gradually deeper. He told her about the pressure at his job. CEO of a tech startup, though he didn't say which one. She told him about the challenges of running her own business on a shoestring budget. One rainy Friday morning, Daniel showed up looking defeated. Bad day? Maya asked while preparing his order. My company's biggest investor just pulled out. We might not survive this. 3 years of work possibly down the drain. He looked at Maya. Sorry, you don't need to hear about my problems. It's okay. I get it. I almost lost my truck last year when the transmission died. Didn't know if I could afford to fix it. Wasn't sure if I should just give up. What did you do? Fixed it. Took on extra catering jobs, worked 7 days a week for 2 months. Because giving up would have meant failing, and I wasn't ready to accept that. Daniel looked at her with new respect. You saved your business through sheer determination. You'll save yours too. If it matters enough, you find a way. 3 months into their daily coffee routine, Daniel showed up on a Saturday. The truck wasn't usually there on weekends, but Maya had mentioned she'd be at the farmer's market. Daniel, what are you doing here? I needed to talk to you, not as a customer. As I'm not sure what we are, but I know I look forward to seeing you every morning more than anything else in my day. Maya's heart raced. I look forward to seeing you too. I want to take you to dinner. A real date. Not just 30 seconds at a food truck window. Will you go out with me? Maya hesitated. Daniel, I've been serving you coffee for months. You're clearly successful, educated, probably wealthy. I'm a food truck owner who lives in a studio apartment and works 80 hours a week. We're from different worlds. I know exactly who you are, Daniel said. You're the woman who runs her own business, who gets up at 4 a.m. every day, who treats every customer with kindness, who gave me advice that helps save my company, who makes the best cappuccino in the city. That's who I see when I look at you. He paused. But there's something I need to tell you first. Something I should have mentioned months ago. Maya's stomach tightened. Here it came. The girlfriend, the wife. The reason this couldn't work, I know you, Daniel said quietly, from before. 15 years ago, we went to the same high school. You were Maya Chen, sophomore. I was Daniel Morrison, senior. We had English class together. Mixed grade elective. I had a crush on you for the entire semester. Maya's mind raced back 15 years. High school, English class. And then she remembered Daniel Morrison, the quiet senior who'd always smiled at her, who'd helped her with her essays, who'd disappeared after graduation, and she'd never seen again. Oh my God, Maya whispered. I remember you. You used to help me with Shakespeare. You were brilliant at analyzing the themes, but struggled with the old language. I'd translate it for you during study sessions. Why didn't you say anything? All these months, because I wanted to see if you'd remember me on your own. And because I wasn't sure if my high school crush was real or just nostalgia. But after talking to you every day for 3 months, I know it's real. You're even more amazing now than you were at 15. Maya felt tears in her eyes. You came to my food truck every day for months and didn't tell me we knew each other. I didn't want you to feel obligated to be nice to me because of some connection from 15 years ago. I wanted you to like me for who I am now. I do like you, Maya said. I have for weeks, maybe longer. I just didn't think someone like you would be interested in someone like me. Someone like me is a CEO who almost lost his company because he was too proud to ask for help. Someone like you is an entrepreneur who saved her business through determination and hard work. If anything, you're out of my league. 6 months later, they were dating seriously. Daniel's company had recovered and was thriving. Maya had expanded to 2 food trucks with plans for a third. One morning at the original truck, Daniel showed up early. No other customers yet. Large cappuccino and a croissant, Maya asked with a smile. Actually, I'd like something else, Daniel said. He pulled out a small box and opened it. Inside was a simple, beautiful ring. Maya Chen, would you marry me? And before you say yes or no, I want you to know this has nothing to do with high school crushes or nostalgia. This is about the woman you are now, the entrepreneur, the dreamer, the person who makes my life better every single day. Maya was crying. Yes, absolutely yes. At their wedding, a year later, Daniel gave a toast. I fell for my wife twice. Once in high school, when she was brilliant and kind and didn't know I existed. And again, years later, at a food truck window when she was running her own business and still brilliant and kind. The first time, I was too shy to tell her. The second time, I couldn't stay away. Thank you, Maya, for giving me a second chance to get it right. Maya raised her glass. Thank you for coming back, for remembering me, for seeing me when I thought I was invisible, and for loving the food truck girl enough to show up every single morning until I noticed you too. If this story warmed your heart, share and subscribe for more stories about second chances and love that finds a way. Comment about someone from your past who came back into your life. Your story might remind someone that it's never too late to reconnect.